Hi, boys and girls. Today, I'm going to review the math word problems that you were given on Monday. So, what you're looking at is our nearpod. So, solve word problems the easy way. Okay, as you can see here, I included our notes, the 4 steps to solve word problems, and also our clue words for addition and subtraction. And of course, you see here a little play button. If you still need to do the Nearpod or look at our future Nearpods, make sure you click on that and it will actually read the page out loud to you. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Oh, one too far. All right. So word problem number 1. It says there are 23 elephants in the zoo. 55 more elephants join them. How many elephants are in the zoo in all? So let's take a look. First, we need to understand the problem. What is it asking us to do? So the very first thing you want to do is see, is there a question mark? Normally the question is going to be the very last sentence. So here we have, how many elephants are in the zoo in all? Oh, so how many elephants are in all? So now I got to look, now that I kind of figure out what it's asking me, how many elephants are in the zoo in all, now I need to make a plan and look for clue words. Okay, and I think my clue word here is going to be in all. Now, if I go back to this page, I'll see in all is one of my addition clue words. So that's going to ask me to add. So when it's asking me to add boys and girls, that means I'm combining two different numbers together. So in this case, I'm combining 23 and 55. So let's go ahead to our planning page. Okay. And right here in this little corner, it's really hard to see, but that is the actual word problem written again. And the way we use this planning page is that it's asking right here, what question is the problem asking? And if you remember, and I can kind of see it right here, it's how many elephants are in the zoo in all. So I can go ahead and write that here. So I'm not going to write the whole thing. So how many in all? As you can see, anybody who's trying to write with their finger is not going to be the neatest, but we try our best. And then it says, what information in the problem will help you answer the question? Now, of course, we know our clue word that's going to help us out is in all. Oh, there we go. Okay, and that means it's going to add. So now I want you to draw my part whole to help me. When we know when we're adding boys and girls, what we're doing is really just adding part plus part equals whole. And of course, our whole number is going to be larger than either one of our parts because we're going to be adding these two numbers together. So what we're going to have, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and make my part whole. So this part here is the biggest, so that's going to be my whole. And how many elephants? I have 23. And then I had an additional 55 elephants. So to figure out how am I going to get this? So I got a part, so part plus part equals whole. So that means I'm going to have to add these two numbers together. So I'm going to be adding. I'm going to go ahead and do that right here. Boys and girls, when I add numbers, doesn't matter if it's addition or subtraction, I always put the largest number on top because we know that's important for subtraction, and I want to be in the habit of doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and write 55. And I'm definitely going to write them on top of each other. So you definitely want to write them vertically. So when we do that, it allows us to easily see what numbers are in our ones place. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. So how many elephants are in all? It's going to be 78. Well, does that make sense? The question asks, how many elephants are in the zoo in all? And I can answer that with a sentence. There are 78 elephants in the zoo. So that definitely makes sense. So that is the correct answer. If you got that answer, boys and girls, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. All right, let me go ahead and erase. Ooh, a nice clear button. Clear my drawings. Excellent. Okay, let's see. Close out of that. We can go ahead to our next problem here. All right, so our next problem says, Larry bought a pack of 62 crayons. He gave Mary 36 crayons. How many does he have left? Well, again, we're going to start with understand the problem. What is happening? So where's my question mark? There it is. So how many does he have left? Well, you know, Ms. Lawton likes to draw things out. So I know that, let's see here. I know that Larry, I'm going to make Larry, he has 62 crayons. And what did he do? He gave away 36. So he gave away, forgive my handwriting here, away 36. So what's happening, it looks, so if he gave away, that means this number is going to get smaller. And when numbers get smaller, boys and girls, we are subtracting. And let's hear another clue. When we get our plan, I see that the word left is here. And that is one of our clue words for subtraction. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. All right. So again, the problem says, Larry bought a pack of crayons, a pack of 62 crayons. He gave Mary 36 crayons. How many does he have left? So I'm not going to write the question here, but we know it's how many does he have left? And our clue word that really helped us figure that out was the word left. Now we're going to do part, whole. Now, before we talked about how part plus part equals whole. Well, in this case, I know what my whole number is. I know how many crayons Larry started off with. He started off with 36 crayons. And I know he gave Mary, no, I'm sorry, that's actually wrong. Make sure we get our numbers right. He started off with 62 crayons and he gave Mary 36. So I know this part and I know the whole. I don't know this part right here. So how am I going to figure that out? What we're going to do, boys and girls, is that we're going to create a subtraction problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our whole number, which is 62, and we're going to subtract it from the number we do know, which is 36. And that's going to let us know what the other part is. Okay? So if we do our part whole, that's going to look like this. I know the whole. He bought a pack of 62 crayons, and he gave away 36. And I am trying to solve for this guy right there. Okay, so this time we want to subtract. Now, when we subtract, boys and girls, it is vital that you put the larger number on top. So we have 62 minus 36. All right, so we're going to look at our ones place first, and we're going to look at our top number. Our top number is just 2. Can I take 6 from that, boys and girls? Let's see, let's try. 1, 2. Nope, I need 4 more. So where am I going to get it? Now let's take a look at our tens. Now this 6 is actually 60. So what makes 60? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it is 6 sets of 10. And I want to take one of those 10s away. So to do that, I found out how to change my color. I am going to take 10 away. So instead of being 60, it's now going to be 50. And I'm going to take that 10 and I'm going to add it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you know, I always like to do 5 on top of 5. So it's really easy for me to look at it and say, okay, I did get all 10 on there. And now I need to, so this 6, I'm sorry, this 2 is no longer 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is now a 12. And now I need to take 6 away from 12. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Let's double check if that's right. So let's see. 6 plus 6 equals 12. It sure does. So that's right. So now 5 take away 3, or really 50 minus 30 is going to be 20. So our answer is going to be 26. Let's see if that makes sense. How many does he have left? If he started off with 62, he gave away 36. Larry has 26 crayons left. So that makes sense. And of course, we can double check our answer. So if I put 26 right here, I can add 26 plus 36 to see if it gives me 62. And it will. So that's good. But you can always check yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead to our last problem from Monday. Nina had 50 ribbons. Rob gave her 42 more. How many ribbons does Nina have in total? All right, again, let's figure out what the problem is asking us. I'm going to find my question mark. Step 1. So what's it asking? How many ribbons does Nina have in total? Okay. Step 2, get a plan. So I'm going to look for clue words, and I see it right here, in total. And if I look at my clue words, I know in total means addition. But it's also, it just makes sense. If you have 50 and Rob gave her 42 more, you're adding 42 to that 50. Okay? And now we're going to go ahead and solve it. So let's go ahead to our next page. Okay, so we know our clue word that helped, our clue sentence that helped us was how many ribbons does Nina have in total? And that word that helped us figure that out was the word total. Now, in addition, you know that your parts are going to be smaller than your whole number, because basically what you're doing is you're adding one part to another part and adding them together. So that total has to be a larger number. So let's go ahead and draw our part whole. And boys and girls, this is how I grade your test. I literally do a little part whole right next to every single word problem, and I can solve them very quickly. So I don't know what my total is. That is what I am looking for. But I do know that Nina started with 50 ribbons. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a 50 here. And I know Rob gave her 42 more. So I'm gonna add these two numbers to find my total. And again, always start with your larger number. 50 plus 42. Okay. So let's look at our ones. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 4 is 9. Let's go ahead and put 92 in here. And let's see if it makes sense. How many ribbons does Nina have in total? Nina has 92 ribbons in total. Let's double check that this total number is larger than our parts. Yes, 92 is larger than 50. It's also larger than 40. Okay. All right, boys and girls, that concludes our review of the questions assigned to you on Monday. Please go ahead and make sure you complete Tuesday's questions, and then you can find on Wednesday the answers to Tuesday's. All right, boys and girls, until next time, bye.